There's a moment in every man's life, quiet, unannounced, when something inside gives way. It doesn't arrive with sirens or shouting. No infidelity discovered mid-act. No screaming fights or thrown plates. Just a single careless comment. And suddenly everything shifts. For me, it happened on a Saturday night at a party I hadn't wanted to attend. Claire insisted. Said we needed to show face at Mira's birthday bash. Her colleague, someone I'd barely met, loud and always a little too enthusiastic. Claire spent nearly an hour getting ready. Half that time was spent critiquing my outfit like a fashion judge at a tribunal. "That shirt makes you look responsible," she said, her tone dripping with irony. That should have been my first warning. Subtle, but sharp enough to scratch if you looked closely. The party was chaos. Packed wall to wall with unfamiliar faces, bodies brushing against each other in a blur of too loud music, clinking glasses, and inside jokes I wasn't part of. People laugh too hard too often. The kind of laughter that covers discomfort or drinks or both. It was all noise, a wild carnival of synthetic joy and swirling perfume, when Mira, glassy-eyed and clearly on her fourth or fifth drink, grinned wickedly and slurred. "Let's play truth or dare." We groaned, but no one really objected. Alcohol tends to lower the threshold for stupidity. I played along, smiling for Claire's sake, even though the idea made me feel like we'd all slipped into some adolescent time warp. Then Mira's eyes locked on Claire, her voice raised to be heard over the din. "Truth," she announced with a mock flourish, pointing directly at her. "If you could trade Gavin for anyone else, who would it be?" The group erupted in laughter. They expected a jab, a cute joke. I smiled too, reflexively. But in that pause, the air around me shifted. Claire grinned too wide, tossed her hair over her shoulder and chirped. "Trade? Izzy. Elias from spin class. He actually listens." Roaring laughter followed. Someone knocked over a drink. Mira howled like it was the best thing she'd ever heard. Claire gave me a cheeky wink like it was all in good fun. And I laughed too. But mine came out hollow, a dry, empty sound that didn't belong to me. The kind you make to mask the sting, to keep your pride from bleeding out on the table. And somewhere in that laugh something cracked. After that the party blurred. Claire kept drinking, kept joking, and right on cue, like the universe wanted to twist the knife, Elias walked in. Her face lit up. A glow I hadn't seen in years ignited, and I stood there, invisible, holding a drink I didn't want, realizing I'd become a background character in my own life. The ride home was silent. No accusations, no loud confrontation. Just the subtle symphony of unraveling. My hands tightening around the steering wheel, her gaze fixed on her phone, humming a tune like the night had meant nothing. Inside, she kicked off her heels, headed for the fridge like nothing had happened. "You're mad," she said over her shoulder, twisting the cap off a water bottle. "I'm not mad," I replied. "I'm just wondering when I became the punchline." She laughed. Low, bitter. "It was a game. Don't be dramatic. You picked Elias. It was a joke. Did you mean it?" That made her pause. Then she turned, irritation bubbling behind her eyes. "Seriously, Gavin. You're turning this into something it's not. Are you talking to him?" She hesitated. Just a flicker, but enough. "And if I was," she snapped, "would you even notice? You haven't seen me in months. You barely speak unless it's about bills." I stepped forward. "You're right. I didn't notice. Not until tonight." She slammed the bottle on the counter. "We're just stuck. Every couple hits rough patches." "This isn't a patch," I said softly. "This is your escape route." No reply. She busied herself with nothing, straightening junk mail, adjusting a vase already centered. I didn't say another word. I just walked upstairs. She didn't come to bed. The next morning her side was cold. And I knew we weren't in a slump. We were broken. In the days that followed, we moved around each other like ghosts. Logistics, groceries, schedules. A dead marriage on autopilot. Thursday I came home early. Her phone was on the counter, lit up with a message from Elias. "Had a great time today. Miss you already. That was all it took. No dramatic evidence. Just enough honesty to snap the last thread. She walked in moments later, adjusting an earring. She froze when she saw me, the phone on the table. What are you doing? I slid it toward her. Waiting for the truth. She folded her arms. You're making this a bigger deal than it is. Friendships end with I miss you already. Silence. Then, we had lunch. With Elias. Yes, Gavin, with Elias. 'Cause he listens. Because he sees me. Leaned back. Then go where you feel seen. Her face contorted, hurt, anger, disbelief. You're really ready to throw everything away over some texts. No, I said. You did that the moment you stopped choosing me. She stormed out. No apologies. Just rage in designer shoes. The door slammed so hard, a picture frame tilted on the wall. But here's the strange thing. I slept better that night than I had in months. When she came back the next day and saw her things packed into boxes, she exploded. You can't just toss my life into cardboard. You left. I'm just helping you follow through. She stared at me like I was a stranger. We can fix this. You don't fix what you abandoned. Weeks passed. Found rhythm in solitude. Peace in the quiet she'd once filled with criticism and sighs. Then one evening she was there again, sitting on the porch steps, eyes red-rimmed, mascara smudged. Please, Gavin. Don't do this. I didn't stop walking. You're walking away over one mistake. I turned, met her eyes. It wasn't one. It was all of it. The silence. Jabs. The way you looked at him like I wasn't even in the room. She started to cry. For a moment, I saw the woman I married. But just for a moment. I handed her the divorce papers. This isn't you, she whispered. I looked at her, steady. Maybe not. But this isn't us anymore either. She didn't argue. Just walked out. And this time I didn't chase her. There's a strange kind of clarity in the aftermath. The air feels lighter. Time moves differently. I started to breathe again. Really breathe. Claire kept texting. Miss you. Please. But by then I didn't miss her. I didn't respond. And one day I finally deleted her number. Not in anger. Because sometimes it only takes one sentence, one careless laugh wrapped in the chaos of a party, to show you what's been broken all along. And when you finally see it, really see it, there's only one question left to answer. How far are you willing to go to become yourself again?